How you guys doing? Do you ever want to scream and then do it really well and then keep doing it and then maybe go on stage and then do it some more? Well, luckily for you, I am in the process of learning how to scream and do it really well, and I've picked up some really good tricks that I've noticed make the most difference in my performance doing vocals than anything else. So in this video, I'm going to show you what you guys can do to make your vocals bad as shit, or gnarly as hell, or kick ass as shit. Any explicit word you can possibly put next to badass, go ahead and put it, because it's there. Because it's going to be badass. Now, this list of 5 things doesn't necessarily have to be in order and done in order. However, for the sake of this video, I'm going to do these warm-ups in order of warming up to fully should be ready to go and be able to do vocals. So the first one, which would be singing. Just kind of casually put your song on, put a song on, any type of genre, but just sing normal voice and then not even put that much effort into it. Just kind of wake your vocal cords up. Anything, melodies, anything you want, just sing a song or a couple of songs. But don't go too hard because you just want to reserve all that energy for later, but you're warming them up and you're letting them know they're going to be used. The next thing on our list is Z's. After you're done singing, go ahead and just put your teeth together like this and make this sound. Zzz. So the process of this is really just breathing out and just having your teeth together, and that vibration makes that Z sound. So what this does is it also, once again, warms up your vocal cords, just making it easier for you to go ahead and scream later on. So what you want to do is start out with the light Z, not too loud, but just there, but sing along with any other song or the same song, but do this instead. Zzz. But notice how that's not too loud. But later on, when you get more comfortable, or as the song goes on or the next song goes on, you want to go ahead and put more energy and more breath into it so it sounds more like this. Zzz. And then you want to fluctuate the amount of air you're putting in so you can go up and down like I was just doing. And that right there is called Z's. So if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, this next exercise, I'm not quite sure what it's called. However, I'm going to call it the lip rumble, because all you want to do is essentially is this. Put your lips together and then put air out your mouth like you did with the Z's, but with your lips together. So it looks like this. And the point of this, or actually, there's 2 big reasons for doing this. One, it builds strength and your volume, and you can kind of test your range to figure out what kind of things you can and cannot do. And then secondly, it also, once again, warms up your vocal cords. So by doing the lip rumbles, as I'm calling them, you can kind of start to sense the diaphragm, and the diaphragm's a key part in screaming. You have to use that in order to push out the right amount of air at the right time to go ahead and do your scream. So while doing the lip rumble, your diaphragm is actually being used, and we can do certain exercises later on if you guys want to know about it. Then we can fully start to feel the diaphragm. The lip rumble is not going to make you really feel it, but is using it and is an important part of doing it. So using this lip rumble technique, you're definitely going to be able to then use it later on when screaming, as well as warm it up, as well as getting your range. So it's a really good tool, and you should be doing it every day to really get that sound out. And as the Z's, you want to sing along any song, the same 3 songs or 2 songs you've been listening to, go ahead and do it along. Stuff like that. The next warm-up is called breath control. Now, I mentioned breath control and how releasing so much air at a certain time is key to doing your screams, and it's true. And controlling that can be kind of tricky, and it's something I've really been focused on recently and have noticed a big amount of change. So we're going to do a couple of exercises to then recognize how to feel and release air at the same time when you want it. So the first thing we're going to do is a simple breathe in. Now with doing this, you can fully feel your diaphragm going down. or actually going up and pushing that oxygen out, which is important to realize because that's also a big part, like I've been saying, and doing vocals, as well as just concentrating on how much air you're focusing or how much air you're releasing. So you can keep practicing this and then try and manipulate how much air you're releasing at one time, which is great for later on for live performances, as well as doing longer screams and so on. Doing the tisk tisk tick sound, what this really does for you is allowing you to control when you put and apply more air. So this is kind of more of an advanced technique to do. So when you really kind of mastered how you can, or how much air you can put out at one time, what you want to do then is try and fully stop it and then release, stop, then release, stop, then release, and then you really start to gain more of that ability and that sense of mind of, okay, I can apply air here. So this will really play a part and a crucial big part of doing louder vocals, more intense vocals, and then doing just keeping your note in general. So this is a pretty important warm-up I would do almost every day. This last thing is kind of weird, but really essential. And this last warm-up is actually just stretching your vocal cords, just kind of getting them loose. It's kind of like if you were to compare it to going to the gym. If you guys are familiar going to the gym, it's people tell you to stretch. It makes you more loose. It allows you to reduce more, or there's a less chance of getting injured. So that's the big part of doing this. If you want to do vocals for a long term, if you want to stay in the game, if you want to do better ones, if you want to maintain your voice after doing a set, for instance, or doing a song, you want to be able to do your vocals with ease, without any pain. And a part of doing this is just stretching. It's a simple boundary, just getting you out there, getting you slightly warmed up before you go ahead and go out and do whatever you need to do. So there's a couple of things we can do here, and you can honestly just stretch however, whatever way you want. But the two things I'm really going to show you, or two things I really figured out that I really noticed myself that had really done the most for me. So the first one is just going to be opening or yawning, and what this does is open your throat. So you're going to feel your throat stretch, but you don't want to stretch your mouth out. As well as doing this is good, but right now we're focused on getting these vocal cords stretched out and making sure they're good to go. So just yawning like a, and then when you're in that yawn phase, you want to try and stretch out your throat as much as possible, kind of just moving it, getting it loose, getting it ready to go. You can do different mouth shapes to get that different angle and kind of stretch it in different directions, which is good as well. The clenched face and the open face, or the wide face. And this is from the Zen of Screaming, which I recently picked up. So what this does is you want to get your face really closed up, just like, and then really wide. And what this does is, one, it gets all the muscles in your face wide up, so opened up and loosened up. So when you're ready to go perform, you get all that. You're not building tension in your jaw, and your muscles and your cheeks. All the above will be stretched out by doing this. So a couple of times of that, boom, you're good to go. So there we go, guys. That is 5 things you can do to become a better vocalist. Now this is not Here are the things you need to do to become a vocalist. This is become a better vocalist, a better screamer. Now, truth be told, I'm not perfect myself. I have a long way to go. However, these are the things that have really helped me excel in the past few weeks. These are tips that I picked up from my friends, some people I'm talking to, videos online, videos from Zen of Screaming. I've collected a whole bunch of stuff over the years because I am in the process of screaming myself. So it is a long journey, but it is going to be a great one, and it's also rewarding when you make progress, because you're going to notice. You're going to notice when you hear how everyone else sounds, and you finally compare it to yourself, and you're going to know when you hit that point where you can be like, yes, I can fully do this. But yeah, so hopefully these tips were able to help you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you want to learn more things like nutritional facts that can help you perform better, things you can do with your body like workouts that make you perform better, or mindsets. All these things could be applied to go ahead and be a better vocalist. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and peace out.